Hey Trinity Kids, it's Miss Eleanor, and I'm here to tell you all about a project that I think is going to be so much fun and is going to help your family get ready for Easter. You see, we have all of these days that lead up to Easter because Easter is the most important day for us as Christians. And so it takes a long, long time for us to get ready. In fact, it takes 40 days for us to get ready. So I was thinking about what might help us get ready to understand and fall in love with the story of Easter more than making some figures that might help us play and tell the story of Easter. So I'm introducing you to the Easter people right here. This is a set that I painted, and I am no artist, and so if I can do it, you can do it. And this is a set that I put together that I'm really excited about sharing with you. So what you will get in your kit, you will get some wooden people like this. You'll get 7 wooden people, and you will also get some paint like this. And so notice that they're all primary colors, and then you will get 2 paintbrushes, one thick paintbrush like I have right here, and one thin paintbrush. So you can have one brush that paints the bigger stretches of paint and one that does the very teeny things that you might want to paint on your people. So you will notice that because this is primary paint, your kids may love to paint in all primary colors. The brighter the better. And for this project, I think that's amazing. I think whatever draws them into the story is exactly what you should do. If by chance you would like to make a set that looks more like the set I made, you will probably need to run out and pick up some white, and you can get some acrylic paint in these little containers for like 75 cents at your local craft store. Very inexpensive, and they last a long time, especially in these smaller tubes because you use them up and they don't get dry. So I did have a few extra things that I had in my own personal stash that I used for these, including metallic gold and some colors that were a little more subdued like this green. So those were some of the choices I made. A lot of those colors you could make by mixing white with the colors that we have given you. And you will have some choices to make while you are choosing which Easter people to make. If you are reading along with us, this season we are going to be reading the whole book of Luke together as a church family. And while we are reading that, you may want to play along with some of these figures. And so if you turn to the very last chapter of Luke, you can see who was present at the resurrection story. And you will find something very interesting, that much like the story of Jesus' birth, we tend to combine different books of the Bible's stories into one. So just like some of the books of the Bible don't have the wise men as part of the story, other books do. But in our nativity sets at home, we usually have shepherds and wise men and angels and Mary and Joseph and Jesus, of course, right? So we kind of harmonize them, or we bring those 2 stories together as one. It's not uncommon for people to do the same thing when they are remembering the story of Jesus' resurrection. So if you want to be a purist and you want to just have the figures that are present in Luke, turn to Luke and you will find that you need the following people. You will need 3 women to be the witness at the tomb of Jesus' resurrection, and you will need Jesus, of course. And you will also need 2 messengers or dazzling figures in white, angels, right? And you will need 1 figure to be our pal Peter, who is going to run and check up on what the women said to see if it was really true. And so those will be the figures that you will have at your tomb. Now you'll notice that I have a few extras here because I can't help myself. In other versions of the resurrection story, you'll find people guarding the tomb. So I made 2 guards right here. And this is just another disciple because I thought he was kind of cute. So you will have 7, so you will have some choices to make. And of course, if you want an extra person or 2, I'm sure we'll end up with a couple of people back here. Just let us know if you need an extra one. So you will get to choose how to decorate them. I'm trying to think of what advice to give you. I started with clothes first because I thought that was easiest. And just know that if you mess something up on their clothes, you can always paint right over top of it. It covers it up. That's the beauty of acrylic paint. For the eyes, I used a small brush and I used a little dark brown or black paint and you just barely touch their eye, because a little paint goes a long way on a little peg doll this size. You will definitely want to use this small brush when it comes to making anything. I made a little thing of flowers in Mary's hands here, and so if you wanted to do that, you would definitely have to use this and use teeny tiny strokes. So for folks that have growing fine motor skills, this may not be the best part for them to tackle. They would probably be much better at painting Jesus' robe as all white, right? So that way your whole family can participate and create these figures for your home. Once you're finished painting, you are going to want to take something like a finisher. Like I got this satin finish from the store, and just so I could finish it off and have a protective layer on it. Or you could use Mod Podge, that will also work. Anything that creates that protective coat of paint over top, it will just keep the paint from chipping. If you don't mind chipping paint, then skip that step, no big deal. All in all, that's all I got to tell you. I put a little paint in a palette, and I just slowly worked my way through these people. And you can take your time, because you have many weeks to get ready for Easter, so you can take your time and pick which ones you want to tackle first. And it, I hope, will be a lot of fun. I do think that playing is one of the ways that children learn best about things. And so when we can give them something to hold in their hands and something to reenact the story or tell the story their own way or imagine what their conversation sounded like, I feel like we have a better chance of helping these stories sink down deep into their hearts and really change who they are as disciples of Christ. So I hope you will enjoy making your own Easter people. It will be part of the Lenten kit that we have available, along with a placemat that will walk you through all the Luke readings for your family to read together, and some questions on the back of that placemat to help guide your discussion, to make it easier to talk with your kids about what does this passage mean, and some questions that might help them think a little more imaginatively about what the Bible says. So I hope this is an awesome thing for your family to tackle. I can't wait to see the pictures of what you create, and I hope you will share them with us. I hope to see you very soon, and I am looking forward to reading through the book of Luke with all of you so that we can grow closer to God's heart. Bye, guys.